record on this computer. There we go. So we are recording tonight. We're kind of struggling finding our identity on YouTube because there are so many sanctuaries online on YouTube right now, all posting their information. We think in our next email, we'll be able to tell you, we'll like link our channel to a YouTube icon in our email, and you can just click on it and go to the previous recording. So that way, I know 2 people have called in asking if I'm recording tonight because they had to miss, but they didn't want to miss Cheryl. So we'll be able to send those recordings out and you'll be able to pick up anything that you missed. So for those of you who just signed on, here's what we're asking you to do. We're asking you to find your chat box. Normally, if you're on a laptop, hi Edie, that's down in the bottom of your screen. If you're on an iPad, I think it's up near the top of your screen. But if you wouldn't mind, in the chat box, first and last name, your email address, where you're zooming in from, and then tonight, God, Tony, you did a great job, Tony Spears. What kind of a device do you normally sign in to Zoom with? Because that's part of our class tonight. And depending on your assessing your own abilities. So in a scale of 1 to 10, 1 meaning, oh my God, I'm so lucky I even was able to sign on tonight. Okay, like not really a Zoomer. Or 10, if you are fabulous at this stuff. Darcel, you put a -10. I disagree, sweetheart. Although Carly does set you up every night, doesn't she? Carly comes in and sets Darcel
I know
up.
better than that, Darce.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start us up, my friends, because most of us, it looks like we have signed on here. So let me pull up my script. And thank you. First off, obviously, welcome to those of you who are new with us tonight, and welcome back to those of you who are joining us for not the first time. There you go. And I think most of you have a pretty good idea of who we are at Sanctuary in the Woods. And as you know, when COVID-19 came upon us and kind of changed our outlooks on the world very quickly, we pivoted and said, how can we serve our communities right now? And how can we answer some of the questions that they're asking right now? And so what we did was we devised Sanctuary Online. And that's what we're doing right now. Every Tuesday, we plan to bring relevant and important programming or content. Lily was on here a few weeks ago. Lily, you were one of the first folks we thought of. We said when all this change was happening, Lily is one of the authors of The Change Cycle, and she had a fabulous event for us. We've had multiple different topics. Last week was quite a profound sharing on mental health and the issues. We had Dr. Nick Patras here, and he led a great conversation really on how this is affecting us, how this is affecting folks with mental health issues, and even gave us some tools to work with around the areas of mental health with all the physical and social restrictions that COVID has put on many of us. When you add to that the social conversation we've been in because of George Floyd and so many others who have been in the news right now, and with Black Lives Matter and the conversation that's going on around that, it was just really a profound conversation last week around just being in this space right now and trying to be present, trying to be conscious, trying to be learning, trying to be positive, trying to grow. So tonight is a bit of a lighter topic. We also said many people are Zooming all over the place. They're Zooming for work. I taught a class for 5 hours today on Zoom, a corporate class. And people are doing family meetings, right, Mom? We're doing family meetings on Zoom. I know Beth and Margot, you guys are playing, what are you playing? You're playing Euchre online. Other folks are having book clubs. So we thought, why don't we take a look at a couple ways that we can help folks do some fun things with Zoom? And so Cheryl has been cracking the books all week long to say, as a user, like at a 101 level, what are some tips, some tricks, some fun things that she can not only teach, but that we can practice tonight. So you should leave here, if you're coming in a 3, maybe you leave a 5. Lily, you're coming in a 7. We can get you up to 8 or 9 tonight. Darcel, you're a -10. We'll get you into the positive. I'm sure we can do that because Cheryl is one of the greatest teachers that I know. So tonight, I'm going to pass this over to her. And what I want to tell you is, before it was cool to Zoom, Cheryl used to teach. And for many courses, she would teach physically with folks in her classroom. And then she'd have folks dialing in from New York and folks dialing in from Boston and folks dialing in from Miami. And she'd manage all of that. And I look at that and I'm like, dear God, never make me do that. And today I was teaching for 5 hours on Zoom. So I know that you're in good hands with Cheryl. She's gonna practice and she's gonna teach us. And then we're gonna, she's gonna have us practice as well. So I'm gonna mute down there. Sandra Miller, welcome for the first time. Gonna give you some love from Ontario there. And I think, Cheryl, I'm gonna let you take it away.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen if you guys are ready for that.
Yeah, we're ready.
You're ready? All right.
Oh my word.
There we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let me just show you, we'll just go through this slide real quick, and we're gonna learn how to Zoom. So first thing is, what's the difference between gallery view and speaker view? And we're gonna be looking at these things for all 3 different kinds of devices, a phone, an iPad, and a laptop. So you'll be able to see, even if you primarily use a laptop or you primarily use a phone, you'll be able to see what works, you know, and doesn't work for all the other devices, or what the differences are basically. So in addition to that, so how do I chat? And different ways that I can get to the chats. And then how do I raise my hand or give you a thumbs up? So that'll be a fun one to do too. And the other one is, how do I draw or put text on a photo? And that's gonna be the one that we really enjoy. And if we have time, we'll move on to a few other things. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna go, when we go through here, these are the questions and the basics that we wanna cover today. And so, divas, you may need to jump in and share or expand on things if you would. We don't have any problem with that at all. I don't think that I'm a diva necessarily. And as we go along, beginners, we're gonna go slow. So you're gonna be able to follow us. It's like nobody's gonna get left behind, all right? So even if we don't get through all of this, we don't get through everything, we're all gonna learn a lot. And later on another time maybe, then we'll just come back to where we left off and we'll move on and learn some more. Is that all good, eh? Good. You guys are up, right? I'm gonna teach you how to do that thumbs up thing here pretty quick. So that's what we're all gonna start with. So to start, we're gonna use this slide, the one that you saw before and this one, as kind of our grounding slide. And it's gonna walk us through a few things. And so the first thing we're gonna start with, as you can see here, is talking about gallery view. But before we do that, and you're gonna have to bear with me now because I'm gonna switch between slides here and not go straight through. But I'm gonna show you a view of all of the different devices. So here's a view of the laptop, the basic screen, okay? So you can notice here that there's the audio and the video down here at the bottom of it, and they have extra options. They have arrows. You can do more than just mute or unmute. You can do more than just show yourself and not. So it has a lot of other options, but the iPad and iPhone, the only thing you can do is you can mute or unmute, or you can be on video or off video, okay? So here's where all of the other options are along the bottom of a laptop, okay? Except up here at the very top of it, you're gonna see that over here is where there is the gallery switch, okay? So that's what you can see up there, is where the gallery switch is, all right? And that's where that one is. Okay, now let's go to an iPad. All of their basic icons are up here at the top as well. So you can see the mute button and the video button, and they've got a few other buttons up here. Notice the more button, which is the one with the 3 dots, because that's how we're going to have to be able to get to chat when we get to there. On an iPad, you have to click on that more button to get to your chat, okay? And then you can see right here, this button, this is the gallery or speaker view. You can switch back and forth here to gallery and speaker view on an iPad. Now on a phone, all of your icons are down here at the bottom, and you can see there aren't quite as many as there are with some of the other options, particularly with the laptop. And you also have to select more to get to chat and some other things. Now, on phones, you're not going to have much opportunity to do gallery view. What you're able to do is you just go swish, swish back and forth on your screen, swish, swish, and it helps you go back and forth to gallery view or to speaker view. Okay, let's go back to our grounding slide here for a minute. All right, so let's look at that. Now that you know where you can go to get your gallery view, okay, you're going to use that one little thing that's right there. Remember on the laptop, it's going to be up in the right-hand corner at the top, and on your iPad, it's going to be in the left, kind of in the middle or kind of near the top corner. So go ahead and switch back and forth between gallery and speaker view for yourselves and see what that looks like.
So how do you
Can everybody do it?
You know, Cheryl, you need to put us back into unshare your slide, and it'll be different for us. So if you stop sharing your screen, we'll have a different experience.
You'll have a different experience? Okay, there you go.
Okay, so now try speaker view and gallery view. See how it goes to now either Cheryl, I can see you, Cheryl, or I can see everybody
Right.
across the top.
See, mine's not on.
Yours is over there, Mom. You have an iPad, so it's kind of over there on the left-hand side.
Yep.
You know, you did it before, Mom. You switched it over.
Yeah, there it is now. I have to touch it.
Good job. Oh, good job.
It just
Mom went
goes
away.
away as soon as I.
Mom flipped hers around. This is the iPad or a telephone. She actually.
Oh, you flipped the camera around.
It's around.
That's a different button.
You're getting ahead of the class, Mom.
Never.
Oh,
Hit that button again,
you have to
Mom.
hit that button again, Mom, and turn yourself back around. There you go.
Where did I go? Where I am anymore.
Mom,
There you are.
no, she's flipped it around. You have to hit a button on the top left side of yours, Mom.
Rotate camera.
Thank you, Nita. Do you see that, Mom? There you go. Look at that. Welcome
There you
back,
go.
Mom.
Awesome, Mom. Yay, everybody clap. Yeah, I got a thumbs up. Everybody can do this, right? All right. Now I have a question. If you're on a phone, how many people can you see in gallery view on one screen? Anybody know?
On the phone?
On the phone. On one screen, gallery view. 4. Good job. All right, Ann Yenny, you got it. You got it. Just third prize. Yeah, you can only see 4. So if you want to see others, you have to scroll across to see the other ones. What about on an iPad? How many can you see on one screen on an iPad? Who knows?
9.
9. Good job, Mom. Yeah, you know all about your iPad. All right. And what about on a laptop? How many people can you see or theoretically see on a 49? That is absolutely right. Who said that, Joby? Good job. All right. But still, on any of those screens, you can have more than 49, but you still just have to scroll over to get to more of them as you go through. All right. I'm going to go back and share my screen again if you guys are okay with that. Is everybody ready?
Yep. Cheryl, can I say something when you share your screen? I want to show something. So go ahead and share your screen.
Oh, you want to show something when I share?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when anyone shares their screen, do you see how it forced you out into taking over your entire screen? you can do a couple things right now. You can go to your escape button, and if you hit your escape button, it automatically makes it smaller, right? And then if you see between the people on the right-hand side and Cheryl's slide, there's a little parallel white lines. They're vertical. If you take that and slide it across, you can make the people get bigger, and you can make the slide get smaller. So if you want to see people, if that's more important, isn't that cool? Lily, you just learned something. I know.
Wow, that's Joby, thank you. I was going to ask you to share that, so I'm glad you jumped in there to do that.
There you go.
Perfect.
Now I'll mute myself again since it's your class.
I'm an 8. I'm an 8. I'm an 8 now. I'm an 8 now.
Good job, Lily.
Lily's like, worth the price
All
of
right.
admission tonight.
There you go. All right, now let's move on, and we're going to talk about chat. And as I was saying before, if you are in a laptop, you can see you have a chat little icon there. But if you are on an iPad or you're on an iPhone, you have to hit that little more button. Does everybody know what that little more button is on their iPad or their, because I can go to the slide again and show you if you like. But you hit that more button and it takes you to the chat. So I think most people know how to get to the chat. So let's just go ahead and try that. Everybody go to the chat box for a moment.
I don't
And
know
I'll
where.
stop. So Mom, you need to go across the top of the screen. You'll see that there's a more button here. Let me pull that up on the slide here.
I'll
Okay, do you see over here on the far right, you can see there's a more button that's got 3 dots and it says more.
I saw that, but it doesn't stay up there. Yeah, 3 dots more.
Okay, go ahead and click on it while it stays up.
Yeah, I did
Okay, and choose chat.
at 38.
Did you choose chat?
Yes. It said
Okay, now you should be in the chat box, right?
well, there's just a lot of printing on. Depends on how good your glasses are. Chat.
All right. So there you are at the chat box, and you can select, you can see that there's an everyone is what's normally selected for the chat box, right? And if you go to the everyone, and if you go down from everyone, you've got a little arrow there. And if you select it, it will take you to the other participants, and you can pick anyone you want and have a private chat with them. So everybody go to everyone. And I'm going to quit sharing my screen here for a minute. Go to everyone and go ahead and just type in hello. So we get a good chat going here.
And to everyone.
Yeah. Hello, hello.
Deborah,
Good.
where's the everyone button?
It should be showing right away in the chat. You've got the chat up, Deborah?
Yes.
Okay. If it doesn't say everyone, then take that little scroll button on the right to the person that's showing and scroll up to everyone.
I might have said everyone.
Got it, Deborah?
Now, how come
I don't see a button that says everyone.
It does. It's not a button, but right next. Who does it say that you're chatting with? What name is there?
It says from Kevin to everyone, and I
Okay, from Kevin to everyone. You're seeing. But when you go down to the bottom of the chat box, there's a little place that should say type message here.
Okay, now I
Is
see
that
it.
there?
Yeah.
Okay, now you see the everyone button?
Yeah.
Awesome. So you can type a message in there and just say hello if you want, and that'll show it.
I knew how to communicate with one person at a time, but I didn't know how to go back and talk to.
Yeah, Deborah, you just gained some knowledge there, so it's all good. All right, we're gonna go back to, I'm gonna go back and share my screen again. And to do this, to be able to get out of, for some of you, you might have to close your chat box, okay? So for iPhones or for phones and for iPads, you have to close your chat box in order to be able to get back to this particular screen, okay? Now here's the one that I really, really like is this participant window. The participant capabilities, there's a lot of capabilities in participant. The first thing you notice on participants is that right there, there's a number and it tells you how many participants are on the call. And that number tells you how many screens there are, how many videos there are basically, or how many participants are listed in the participant. Now, if you click on that participant,
Where do you see participants?
at on the top of your screen, Mom, you'll see, you have to make those things show up again, but you'll see a little icon with two little people like that for participants.
Oh, okay.
All right, go ahead and click that. If you click that participant button, one of the things that's going to show up is you'll be able to see everybody's name. So go ahead, everybody, and click on participants, and let's go see everybody's name. Okay. Oh. Trying to quit sharing here. All right, does everybody see it?
Yeah.
All right, when you're in there, the other thing that you can see is all these different interactions you can have. You can have a green check mark or a red X, or if you click the more button, which is that 3 dots, you have a coffee cup, you have a thumbs up, thumbs down. You can do anything you want in here, you know, so it's pretty cool what it's capable of doing in that space. So what I'd like for everybody to do is go ahead and click on one of those reactions. You can click on the green check mark or the red X or whatever you want, and let's see what everybody gets.
Cheryl, can I say something? Can I add something there? Do many of you have participants and chat both up at the same time right now? Or just participants?
I have.
In the laptop, they will.
Yeah, you can. If you, again, those little tiny arrows at the top of participants or chat, you can click it down and close it. And then all of the participants will open up, or all the chat opens up. So you're in control of your screen significantly. Where did everybody go?
Where did everybody go is right. I can't get back to,
I don't
know.
where is everybody?
Hi, Mary Beth and Jan.
Howdy.
Howdy. Where are you, Shug? You having trouble?
I don't know where to go.
And you can clear. Oops, I just cleared all of them.
Don't tell me either.
Yeah. You're the only one that can clear them, Joe, is somebody who, nobody can clear them besides the host. So that's how they have to get cleared. But you can switch one. You can switch to one or the next or whichever one you want to switch to, right? Yep. You can switch to any of them you like. I can't seem to get out of this screen here. So I'm stuck here for now on sharing right now. I can't seem to get out of sharing. All right.
Try leave full screen.
Try leave full screen.
Is that you, Nita? Are you helping? Thank you.
Thank you.
Nita,
I don't see where
I just found it. So it's
right. If I hit escape, will it do it?
Try it.
There we go. All right. Hit escape. That helped. Phew. All right. So I'm not sharing my screen right now, obviously. All right. So, all right. So everybody got to that chat or that place where we had all the participants. Now here's the next thing you can do. Besides all those interactions, click on your own name. Now this will be a very fun thing to do. On it, you can see you can unmute yourself, but the other thing that you can do is it has a rename, okay? So everybody go to that participant window, stay there, click on your own name, and now change your name. Change it, it'll pop up a window, and you can change your name to anything you want. You can name a robin, you can name a flower, you can name a bird, you can name, have a nickname, whatever you want, but go ahead and change your name to something else, and let's see what you guys come up with.
Lily changed hers to her dog, Bella.
Oh, there you go, nice.
Solar Mason Gals.
Barb is going to be known as Meryl. Kevin, Mr. Smarty Pants. Mom, I was changing.
There you go. Look at all these people. Happy Talkie. All right.
Maya.
Good job.
Sandra using
All right,
her
now,
full name, Alexandra.
yeah. Everybody changing him up. Yeah. Okay, good. Joby's mom. Nice. Okay, here's the thing.
Mama and Daddy.
All right. It's not particularly helpful to Barb and Joe, who are trying to figure out what questions everybody's asking and who's asking the question, if we keep our names to these kinds of things, because they won't be able to remember who you are. So go back.
Look at you,
and name. What?
That's okay.
Go back. Go back again and hit rename. Change your name back to your name. And then right after your name, put in laptop if you're on a laptop, or put in iPad if you're on an iPad, or put in phone if you're on a phone. So then we'll be able to see what everyone is on. So put your name, a space.
Sandra got it right away.
There we go.
And on the laptop.
Computer, yeah.
Oh, Doug and Ann are finally using an iPhone, Cheryl. Doug and Ann are on an iPhone.
Wow.
Thanks, guys.
iPhone, good job, you guys.
We haven't used
Awesome.
We haven't had a phone user tonight yet, because one of the things in Cheryl's class is how to do it on a laptop, how to do things on a iPad, but yet an iPhone or even a Galaxy is different yet again, where the different icons are. So we're trying to help you be able to maneuver whatever device you're using. And like Lisa, you said you use all three, right? Sometimes you use your laptop, sometimes you use an iPad, sometimes you use your phone. So it's
Mainly phone, mainly laptop. Yep.
Yeah, and it makes a difference depending on what you're on there.
I'm quite sure Doug and Ann could probably teach this class.
I know, Doug and Ann.
All right. So now that you've got your name put back on here, go click on someone else's name and see what happens. You go to mute, and you can have more, okay? But what you can do is it automatically takes you to a chat with them. Do you see that? Did a chat box open for you?
Did you click on anybody?
No.
Click on somebody. What's her name there?
Is it doing that for you guys?
Yep.
All right.
Tony, it's not working for you?
Yeah, it's not working for me either, actually, right now.
Working great for me. So if you hover over somebody's name, right now I'm on Sue Phillips' name, and I have an unmute blue button, and I have a more button. If I go to more, the first drop down is chat. If I click the chat, it takes me in my chat box. Do you have your chat box open? That might be a first question. Tony, was your chat box open?
Yeah, it takes you in a chat box to everybody. Oh, it comes up as a pop-up though, Joe.
Okay.
And you click on it. So if you go to that more
Hi, Sue.
and you click on chat, yeah. Got it?
When you say click,
isn't that cool?
In their picture, not in the participant.
Hold on, Cheryl. Kevin.
Exactly. It's in the.
Kevin, you were saying something?
Oh, just saying that maybe when you click on them in their picture, not in the participant.
Oh, right.
It also works if you're on a laptop. You can click on them in the picture too, and it works the same way. You get a little pop-up chat. You're absolutely right, Kevin. That's another way of doing it.
Thanks, Kevin.
But you can also do it in the participant box, like Joe said. If you click on more and it comes up with the options. One of them is chat, and if you click on chat, then that person shows up for you to chat to at the top there. All right.
Tony, are you hooked up?
Okay.
Are you all set, Tony?
Yeah, I saw Sue Phillips.
All right, that was my next question. So everybody, here's what I want you to do. Go click on that little yes check mark, green check mark, and let's say if everybody's ready to go, if you're ready to go and you're ready to move on, click on that green check mark. If you have a question, click on the red X. Let's see who else here.
Ooh, good job.
We have. All right, we got lots of green check marks. Awesome. You guys are amazing. Do we have any red X's?
Well, we've got some no check marks yet.
Okay.
So, Sue and Tom and Barb and Jane Ann, you guys okay to move forward? Lisa? Doug and Ann? Jane Ann? Want to make sure everybody's cool. Doug and Ann are putting the thumbs up. They're putting a thumbs up in their window.
Green check mark there. There you go. Sandra, you got a green check mark for me? All right, there we go. Barb's is up. Maybe some of these people can't hear us or they're not sure how to get it to it.
So again, if you go to your participants, wherever the two people are.
And you're in your participants, right? And all the interactions are on the bottom there. There's a green check mark and a red X and a couple of other items. But you have to be in the participant screen and you can click on the green check mark there. Good.
Okay, most of it.
All right, most everybody? All right, well, we'll go ahead and move on. And if anybody's having some serious problems with that, we will come back to it. So we're gonna, if you're gonna try to go out of that participant box, you might have to go out of it, close it, in order to be able to get back to the screen that we're gonna be dealing with here. So let's come back here. I think we're out of slideshow again.
So again, once Cheryl shares her screen and pulls up a PowerPoint slide, if you want to, you can make that slide smaller or larger based on two little vertical parallel lines. And you can bring your people screen bigger or smaller. You can also make your participants and your chat go away, and then folks jump out in larger screens as well. So you
see them over on the side of the screen. Yeah, good. Yeah. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is reactions. Now, if you're on a laptop, you have a little reactions icon right here, and you can click on it and it'll show your reactions. If you're on an iPad or you're on a phone, go ahead and click on your More button, and I'm going to show you what will show up. If you click on that More button, you will get this, okay, from your iPad or from your iPhone, okay? So the two reactions are these two at the top. There's a hand clap and there's a thumbs up, okay? So if you go to that, if you go to the hand clap, go ahead and do that, go to the hand clap, and you'll see where that shows up. Where does it show up for you when you go to the hand clap? Does everybody see it?
It's on our screen.
It's on your screen, yeah. Okay, cool. The hand clap is on your screen. You got that, Mom? No, I don't think she heard me. All right, so go ahead and click the other one, and this is what I want you to do this time. Click the one that's the thumbs up, and then count how long it stays on your screen. How many seconds does it stay on your screen? Ready? Go.
Clap looks more like I'm going to slap someone.
All right, as soon as you know, yell it out. How long does it stay on your screen? 10 seconds, you got it. 10 seconds, awesome. So they go away after 10 seconds, but that's a good thing that you can use to say thumbs up really quick if you want to see in gallery view what everybody's doing and if they're doing okay, all right? So that's the last thing on that particular section in the participants. And now we're going to go back in and take a look at the next piece of reactions. All right, or annotations rather. Okay.
Oh, this is fun.
So here we are in annotations. If you're on a laptop, you go up here to this options and notice what it says in the green. It says you are viewing someone else's screen, and you should say you are viewing Sanctuary in the Woods screen or Cheryl's screen or whatever it says up there. And that's the only way you can have annotations. So you have to have somebody's screen up. So if somebody's not sharing a screen, you won't have these annotations. If you're on a laptop, you go to this view options and it says annotate, and you can click on the annotate there, and then all your annotation buttons show up at the bottom of the screen, okay?
Top of the
If you are on if you're on a laptop or an iPad, okay, then you need to go to the bottom of the screen, and you have to kind of move your mouse around down there near the bottom, and you'll see eventually this little pin in a circle. And if you click on that circle, then yours will start showing up. Somebody's ahead of me, yay, I love it. You'll see that here's what you see with the iPad. You have all of those little things, and if you're on the phone, you don't have quite as many, but you've got some. Whoever's doing those annotations is doing an awesome job, and we're going to give everybody an opportunity on the next screen. Jovi, can you clear those all off for me, please?
I sure can. As the host, just in case you care, I can clear my drawings, or I can clear all drawings. And
all the drawings went away. Let me create. Yes, yes, yes. All right, you're going to get to. So that's the next thing we're going to do.
Cheryl,
we're going to go to this
I
next.
keep clearing. It doesn't matter. They keep drawing.
I know, they're just messing around. Well, we're on that screen. It's called Fun with Annotations. So one of the things that everybody has is an arrow, but your arrows act differently depending on if you're an iPad or a phone or if you're in a laptop. So everybody click on that arrow and notice that you can choose your color too, right? And some of them, when you click on the arrow, oh, sweet, look at all these fun things. When you click on the arrow, your name shows up with it. You must be on a laptop. There's Lisa. Yeah, see, your name shows up with it. If you're on a phone and you click on the arrow, see what happens? You get an arrow that's just kind of moves free form all over the place. Everybody see that? Somebody with a phone, yeah, there you go. All right. Now, here's something you can do. I know you guys are scribbling all over the place and you're checking out all these different things. If you want to write something in text, and a couple of people have written something in text, you click on that text tool. Now, there's not a text tool in the phone, but if you click on the text tool, and you can go ahead and get a text box by clicking on the screen, and then when you do that, it will you can write in your name or write in anything you want. It won't share though until you go out of the text box and click on the screen, and then it'll share. There you go. Are we keeping you busy, Joe? Yeah, good. So you have to type in the text box, and then you have to move your mouse out of there and click, and it will keep you going. You guys are doing an awesome job, you know, messing around with all these. So just play, that's cool. Play with whatever you're doing. Try circling something, try texting, try using the pen. You know, you can make the pen do different colors, or you can make it be different lengths or different sizes. And isn't this a cool thing to be able to do? This is a fun thing with annotations. So
this, again, if you practice, hit that format button, folks. That's where, if you haven't figured that out yet, you can pick different colors. You can pick different size of font. You can pick different widths of the lines that you're drawing. So if you hit the format before you go to the stamps or the draw or the text, it will change the color and the size of whatever you're doing. Okay, Cheryl, right. I'm going to clear it for you again so people can have.
Okay, you clear it for me. And what I would love for you guys to do is go back to your participant window. I'm going to quit sharing so you can't type anymore. See, you're done. That's the way you stop them. Okay. Because it can only work if somebody's sharing their screen. Go back to your participant window again. All right. So click on your participant window. And let me see, clear all those green check marks, Joby.
Got them cleared.
And I'd like for everybody to put up a coffee cup. Do you know how to do that? Click on the More button. There's a coffee cup up there. Click on your coffee cup and let's see all them coffee cups.
Cheers.
There should be a wine glass.
There's a wine glass.
Oh,
Cheers.
I know. Would you
mineral
please
water.
put one in? Oh my gosh. All right, I see a bunch of coffee cups coming up. You guys are figuring this out. Awesome. Anybody need help finding a coffee cup? Wave your hand if you need help finding a coffee cup.
I was gonna say, now they know they can go to reactions and wave or clap or thumbs up. Mom, did you find your coffee cups?
Yeah. All right, I think they're all good. All right, okay. So, when you're comfortable, we've got that. Everybody seems comfortable with that. And what I wanted to do now, we've got a little bit more time. Somebody had asked about doing introductions, right? And so one of the things that we can do to help you to be able to do introductions is we can take you into what's called a breakout room, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Let's see.
Cheryl,
Yes.
before I send them into breakouts,
Yes.
do you want them to do backgrounds before I send them into breakouts?
Oh, we didn't do backgrounds, did we? Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Well,
You want to go ahead and do backgrounds, you guys?
Ann is doing one right now, so
Yes.
why not the rest of us, right?
Okay. So in order to do your background, everybody go back into that. For laptops, you go to the video camera. And if you choose, go down that arrow, you'll have a menu that pops out and it says virtual backgrounds on it, okay? And for laptops and for iPhones and for iPads, you got to go back to your More button again, where you pulled up these little guys here. And down here, you'll see virtual background. So if everybody just wants to click on the virtual background, go see if you can find a background that you can click on that will let you come back in, and you'll have a background behind yourself that's not your office, right? Not everyone will be able to do this, okay? So some people are not going to be able to do it. And if they can't, then if you can't, it might say you have to use a green screen or you have to have a green screen or something, okay? So go ahead and try and find a place where you can do a background, all right? Everybody know how to do it?
Oh, well, that's good. So it kind of blows through. Yeah.
Okay, who's needing some help there? Tony?
Virtual background. Okay, there's mine.
So you can see
All
some
right.
computers.
Everybody got one?
Yeah.
Look at that. There's all kinds of people with virtual backgrounds now. And those of you that have a thing, there's some of them, some laptops say you have to use a green screen in order to be able to choose one. And if that's the case, well, then you're stuck with your office, you know. But you can learn how, like Joe was saying, and instead of just going to, if you on that virtual background screen, it says plus. And it can take you out to your own photos or some other things that you can try out if you want to try out a different kind of virtual background. All right, I'm loving this, Barb. You're just really being a good person here. See, Barb Crabtree? She's being Meryl Streep. That's her virtual background.
Barb's been being Meryl Streep all afternoon.
All right. All right. So thank you, Joby, because yeah, I forgot to share that. That's a fun thing to do. It's awesome to be able to do your own virtual backgrounds. And you can learn more about it. Like I said, if you go to that plus button, it will figure out a way of taking you into your own photos and stuff. And you can choose backgrounds from your photos or some other places that you can go to. In fact, Anne, I think you know of Doug and Ann, you know how to find some. If you unmute, how do you go find your virtual backgrounds? Is she still there?
Yeah, Ann and Doug. I think they're fighting over their mutual background right now because they're in a black screen.
Oh. All right.
I have no idea what we're doing.
You have no idea what you're doing?
Ann knows how to get
No.
a screen on a
I can get it up. I can't. I can get to where it says virtual. I can pick a picture. There I am. Can you see that?
No. Yes, now we can. Yes.
But I can't get back to where I see all of you at the same time.
Oh.
As soon as I hit close, I go dark, right? Now I'm dark?
Oh. Can you, are you on a phone, Doug?
I'm on an iPhone.
An iPhone? Can you scroll back and forth? Like just scroll onto a different screen? Not the one where you're driving, but a different one? Does that help?
No.
No?
Nope. Now I did.
Do you have to click open?
Let me try something.
No,
virtual background. There it is.
Virtual background. You pick one, and then you close that window, and it should show up. And it should let you come right back in. Huh.
No, it's not letting me.
Oh, well, interesting.
I'm going to try an Android.
Well, okay.
Anyway,
try an Android and see how it works.
We can put them into breakouts, Cheryl, because you showed us where to go.
Breakouts? Okay. All right. Let me tell you, you're going to go, all that's going to happen, Joe, is you're going to go ahead and open up breakout rooms. Now, I'm going to tell you what this is about. If you were, for instance, going to sit in a classroom, right? Where am I? Let me share my screen here. Pull this. If you were going to sit in a classroom and you were in with like an iPad with annotations, here is the screen that we're looking at. But if you were in a classroom, you would be sitting at like little tables or something, right? And little tables all around, little where you could talk and you would share the information from a workshop or something like that. So you'd be sitting at a round table. What this does, if it's breakout rooms, is it essentially creates these little tables groups so that you can sit at your little table group and have conversations. So what we're gonna do is send you into these rooms with about 3 other people. And what you can do is you can need to unmute for sure, but we want you to do an introduction. Tell each other your name, where you're from, and then how do you know Sanctuary? How did you get introduced to Sanctuary, or who's the person that brought you into knowing Sanctuary online, okay? So Joby, get us ready to go. And are you guys, do you understand what I'm talking about? Because what you're gonna do is go into one of these rooms, all right? And then when it, what will happen is you'll get a pop-up screen and it'll take you into one of these rooms, right? And then you'll unmute and talk to the people that you're there with. And then you'll get a pop-up screen eventually where Joe will say, it will say, you're gonna come back to the main screen in 60 seconds and it'll start counting down, 57, 56, 55, 54. It'll also say leave now if you wanna leave now and come back to the main screen. But go ahead and have your conversations, and then it'll bop you back to this main screen and we'll see how you guys like it. Is everybody up for this? Just do a thumbs up with thumbs if you're up for it. All right, we're going for it. Joby, you want to send us into some?
How long, you want to put them in there for 4 minutes?
Put them in there for 4 minutes. That's about right.
All right, I am going to open the rooms and send you away. Hi, Janet. Mom? Yeah, it's up on the top, Mom. Remember? up on the top left, I think for you, you want to see a little microphone with a line through it and hit it.
Joby, what happens when you're recording this and you have chat rooms?
I have no idea.
Your breakout rooms.
I don't.
Okay. We might find out.
Exactly. Stedney, is that you? Are you there, Stedney?
I am.
Good.
No video. I have a bad hair day.
Okay, Stedney, my cousin Jan's mother. And Stedney is a colleague of mine. Stedney's a fabulous pastor of
Where are
mine.
you from, Debbie? Louisville right now. I'm from California.
Oh, very nice.
I'm typing notes to you guys, so, and I'm trying to help my mom. I'm gonna can send little notes in to each of the breakout rooms. I'm gonna go join a few other breakout rooms. You two talk among yourselves and figure mom out, okay?
Oh, she turned the camera off instead of unmuted herself.
Oh, shoot.
Are you? Oh.
I wonder if she would see a message if I send her something.
Yes.
And yeah.
And
oh, look, and Joe just pops in.
Look, Joby came in.
Doggies,
Joby, you popped in.
I popped in. Now I'm popping out. I'm just showing folks what I can do. See ya.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I lost my breakout rooms. Hold on here.
Is your phone right there?
It is.
Joby's mom.
I'm busy trying
lost
to.
Your picture, and you are muted.
Shit.
Push a few more buttons.
I'm gonna try and call her. Where did Lily go?
Oh, wow.
Hold on, Mom.
Hi, Joby.
Hi, Joby.
Hi, Joby.
And Joby missed me so much. She moved all the way to Maynard, Texas to be close to me because I was already here in Austin.
Yeah.
Mom, can you, up on the top where your camera button was, the camera and the microphone should be side by side. Can you? Okay. Okay.
Church on Zoom, but you know, I knew how to get everybody on. I can mute people and let them in, and that's about it.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
Oh, there you are. There's your camera.
Hey, Mary.
Okay, now you just need to unmute if you find a microphone.
Something that looks like a microphone.
And I can't remember which location she said it was on in an iPad.
Oh, there you were down to 58 seconds.
Do you see a microphone anywhere?
Mom, it should be right by your camera. The camera and the microphone should be right next to each other. Hi, gang.
Good thing we didn't talk about Joby.
Hi. Bye, guys.
Hey, Joby, when everybody gets back, you put us all into the rooms. I thought that was fantastic. I've not used that tool before. Can Cheryl walk us through, or can you walk us through how you did that?
Yes, yes. Let me get out. I was
We're practicing putting it in the room.
There you go. I had to leave. Sorry, Lisa. I was trying to go on the phone to help my brother and sister. Sandra, you look pretty wild. You look very outer spacey-ian.
I know.
Yes.
It's
Hi-fi.
awesome. I kind of like it, but I don't know how to get out.
Yeah.
Sandra, if you go back to the video camera and then you click the little arrow and you choose again, you go back the same way you're going to choose virtual background, and one of the options should be none. And then I go back to my office. There you go. Exactly.
Yep.
So the way you do that, Lisa, and Lisa, this is a great question, and it's actually a great segue, because if you've had fun tonight, Cheryl, are you sharing your screen again?
I am. Is that okay? Did you want to share your screen?
No, are you done yet?
Okay, I'll quit.
There was a question.
That's okay.
All right, stop.
I'll just quit sharing my screen.
There you go. I think I stopped.
All right.
So if you, can we just unmute yourselves right now and give Cheryl some love? That was just fantastic.
Aw, sweet.
That was
Thank
great.
you.
Well done. Well done.
Cheryl.
Cheryl, good job. I love it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Cheryl.
I was so glad to see all y'all here. I thought, oh, nobody's gonna come.
Of course they're here. And if you learned something, maybe you can do this for Cheryl. If you go to your reaction, if you learned something tonight, go and give Cheryl a little clap or a little thumbs up. How's that? I know I did. I know Lily, you learned something. Deborah, I know you learned something. Kevin, same thing. So quite a few folks, and Mom, of course, is in black because it's very slimming right now. So anyway, if you learned something though,
Yay, you learned something. I love it. Yeah, because some of these things are features that, I mean, you can use if you go in and you have like a, you know, a group meeting or something, or you have a book club, or if you have a meeting even of your family or something, you can use some of these things. I know sometimes our family meets and there's so many people all talking at once. If we would put them in little groups, they could have a little conversation and it worked really well, you know?
Yeah.
So there's some, or we could have them draw, and maybe they'd put, you know, they just start drawing and stuff and people wouldn't talk so much, right?
Anyway, Lisa's question, Cheryl.
Anyway, sorry.
That's okay. Lisa's question was around breakout rooms and such. And I think what we're going to do, Lisa, if you all found value, we thought the first class we'd do would be as a participant. What things, what features of Zoom can help you enjoy any Zoom that you're a part of a little better? And again, we really found it was quite astounding that here's a person with a laptop experience, here's an iPad experience, and here's a phone. And unless you know the differences, you're talking to someone, you're trying to help them out, and you're talking Greek because they're using an iPhone and you have a laptop, and they're not the same at all in the Zoom functionality, right? So thank you for tolerating and hopefully learning if you use more than one device. The next thing we were going to do, instead of doing a 201 for participants, we thought we'd do a hosting. And because Lisa, just like your question right there, a couple things I can do. I can put you into breakout rooms, and I can put you in there automatically, like tonight. It just said there are this many participants, 28. How many rooms do you want? And so I could have put you in 3 rooms with 8 or 9 people, or, you know, and then I can decide how long I want you in there. I can go visit you. You saw me visit a few people. I popped into a room and popped out of a room. You can also make little notes, as you saw the host doing, just letting you know what's going on. You can also, you can let people go in and come back of their own accord, or I can force you in and force you out. And I can also put people in rooms. We wondered if there were enough people with iPads or phones to put them in rooms like that, you know, as an idea. So we can actually put you into rooms manually. So if you were doing a classroom setting, wanted to move people around, that might be a way to do that. As we look to putting CLM online this fall, this will be a great functionality to have, you know, small groups. We would used to put you as a table group to talk. Now we'll actually put you in a breakout room and then bring you back out of the breakout room to debrief in larger groups. So loads of ideas and functionality there. Lisa, what I will do next time is when we teach a host class, I can make anybody a host right now. So Lisa, actually, I'm going to go up to you, and it says make co-host. And if I do that, you now have some more functionality. I don't know if you saw that on your screen. I can even make you the host. And now you have on the bottom, see how you have a whole bunch of new icons on your dashboard, and I lost all of my icons on my dashboard. So could you make me host again?
Yeah, so she should have the breakout rooms on your dashboard now, Lisa. You should have the breakout rooms down there.
Oh, got them. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And Ann Yenny just took over by sharing her screen. And Lisa, as host, you can stop her from doing that.
I love it, Ann.
Lisa, can you make me host again?
Yes, I can. Hang on.
Thanks. Give me control.
Maybe.
Of my own freaking show here.
I know, right?
He's got the power right now.
I suddenly felt very
I know.
So go to
Joby, where'd you go?
Go to my picture and go to the 3 dots.
Got you.
And then you can make me host again. So something I can do also.
Are you feeling?
I can do spotlight video. So I can, there's Lily. Now Lily's in charge and she's drinking something, right? And here's Nita. I can spotlight you. There's loads of different tools that now it kind of forces the people to have a different experience. So if you're wanting to do that, let me get you out of there, Nita. So that's not really fair to you.
I like your wall, Nita.
That's why
I learned quick, huh?
Yes, you did.
Gallery. So there's loads and loads and loads.
Although I
functionality.
forgot all about annotations, so.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You learned them all again tonight. So if you will, we'll go ahead and post out, friends, sometime in July. We'll go ahead and do a course like this that will be more if you want to host meetings. And Lisa, just like that, we can actually give the host responsibilities to different people, because we want people to not only learn about stuff, but actually practice it kind of in a safe environment. And then if you screw it up, you know, we're all okay. We'll figure it out how to get back together. But it can really enhance things like book clubs or family meetings or card playing, or especially in the fall, as many of our small churches want to go back to holding programming. We want to make sure we offer some tools to those folks who might be doing book clubs or small conversation groups. You know, even right now, that would be a great thing to do, right? To come together with a large group of your
It's great.
friends, but go into small groups and work on some of the more challenging questions that we're all being faced with right now, and then come back out and to do larger debriefs. So any final comments before we let you go? We're just a couple minutes over the hour, and I just want to say great job, Cheryl, but I hope you did learn something today, and I hope you laughed a little bit, because God knows our hearts need a little bit of laughter right now, right? As we do our own good, challenging work.
Yeah.
Still, please, I guess make sure you're trying to manage as best you can your boundaries and engaging these really challenging topics and doing your work. And yet also be gentle with yourself. Give yourself a break occasionally to be present, okay, with yourselves and with those you love and those who love you. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
So the recording, right? You got the recording?
I will stop the recording, and then we have a little chat time where people go a little crazy, but it won't go online. So